Hello, everybody. Whether you are here now or you're watching later, I hope you're having an amazing month. Um, to be honest, I almost forgot about this today until my fiance brought it up at our breakfast this morning because it does not feel like it's been a month since the last one. Like I'm flabbergasted that the month is over. Where did June go, y'all? Where did it go? But I am happy to be here. It's been a rainy day, a rainy Sunday today in Florida. Sarah, hi. How was your Sunday? Yeah, today was it was a very chill day. Besides me scrambling to plan this. Yes, just all over Florida. Just rain. Today was also a chill day because I went to Epic Universe yesterday for the first time. It was very magical, but I'm also very tired today. Basically, we were there from open to close, which I haven't done at a park in a long time. So that was nice. I'm excited about tonight because it's going to be a teeny tiny bit different than I usually do. And the reason it's a teeny tiny bit different is because I could not find a song that satisfied me to match the theme. So we're going to do our own song tonight. We're going to write a song together. Don't worry. You just have to give me words. Nothing crazy. How's everybody doing before we start? Tell me about your weekend, and also 1 through 5, how you're feeling today. 5 is I'm amazing. You were bored this weekend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 1 through 5, tell me how you're doing. 5 is I feel amazing. Everything's great. And 1 is I feel the worst. Oh, tonight. Ooh. 4. That's pretty up there. 2 4s. Going once. Going twice. 4s it is. I'm also a 4. The reason it's not a 5 is because I'm tired. And I have a long morning tomorrow. Okay. Well, if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I do these every month at the last Sunday of every month, and it's just kind of a way to reflect on the past month and the month ahead. The whole idea of my candlelight live streams and my whole community in general is just to give people a safe, cozy space and a restful, slow space that is not stressful and chaotic like the world we live in. So I hope to provide you a little oasis tonight. And before we start, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Uku-Lela Therapy, YouTube, subscribe, and you can keep up with all my stuff. So today, the past 2 themes. Oh, I'm skipping something. I make a note. I make sure to say this every month too. Make sure you have something to write with. That could be your computer or a phone if you want, or it could be a good old paper pencil, and something that makes you feel cozy, like a drink or a blanket or a stuffed animal or a pet. And a candle. That's the whole vibe here. So this is the 3rd candlelight live stream I've done. The first 2 themes, the first week was awakening. First month was awakening. Last month was rooted. Tonight's theme is nourish. So we got a little nature theme going on here, which I didn't intend to do, but I'm kind of running with it. So before we get into the theme, let's just ground a little bit, get centered, and get in our headspace that we need to be in. Hello, student boy. How's your Sunday? We're gonna get in the right headspace. So we're gonna start how we always start, and just breathe a little bit. We'll start by taking a breath in. And out. And in. In. And we're here. We're ready to go. So tell me what you think of when you think of the word nourish. What comes to mind? What's your idea of what it means to nourish yourself or your environment or whatever it might be? Before I explain what my thoughts are. And you can respond as much or as little as you want in here. No pressure. Because my idea was that all these are kind of connected. So we start with awakening when we have an idea, a thought, an inspiration. And then rooted is when we start to find ways to develop this idea or inspiration or thought. And then nourish, I think, is to continue to sustain what we're trying to produce. My cat is demanding that I nourish her better at this moment, but I will ponder this as I feed her. Please tend to your cat. We all need nourishment, even kitties. That was my cat all day, being crazy. So my thought with nourish is ways that we can nourish ourselves, like through self-care, also ways that we can nourish our goals and our aspirations. Because a lot of people talk about starting something new, starting a business, starting a healing journey, but I don't think we talk as much about what keeps that going, like when things get tedious or when things start to, they're not as exciting and new anymore. So how we can continue to sustain our health, our well-being, and the things that we want to sustain. So if we're going along with this nature theme here, I have another metaphor to give you. I think there's different ways of nourishment. There's sun, there's rain, and there's soil. So the sun can be kind of like our energy, outward motion, motivation, action, joy, even. Rain is kind of the inward energy. So like emotions, internal processing. It could be stillness, emotional processing, solo time. And it's not always fun and pretty. And I don't think either of these things are. But they're also necessary. So, and then the soil is like our support systems, our community, our environment. So it's not what's internal to us and it's not what we're putting out, but it's what's actually here and around us in our physical environment and the people that are around us. So those all, I think, need to be nourishing all three of those areas for us to maintain a good, self-care and a good system in our lives. So without sun, we kind of get numb, we kind of maybe wither away or dissociate. Without rain, we can burn out. We'll just go, 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 always moving. And without soil, we can't be sustained. And no matter how much you grow, you won't feel sustained if you're not in the right soil. So this is like one of my favorite metaphors to talk with clients about is if they're in like a really terrible work environment or really terrible home environment, like there's only so much you can do internally that is going to help. Like sometimes we can't get out of that situation immediately. So that means leaning into the other things that are important to us, like support systems are things that we might need to lean in even harder if we're having a hard time in our environment. So nourishment is the act of tending to all these areas. So today I kind of wanted to reflect on like what those look like for you, what your rain is, what your sun is, and what your soil is. And we're going to do that through journaling and through this little activity I have, a little songwriting thing. So let's go straight into this here. I have, before we do this, tell me what, based on what we were talking about, we'll start with rain. What is your rain or your water? So like things that are internal, maybe making sure you have days off to rest, maybe journaling to process internally, maybe deep conversation with a friend. What nurtures your internal world? Sleep, naps, that could be something too. Making sure we're like getting healthy foods, healthy sleep. Throw it out there in the chat if you want. In the meantime, I'm going to write my own. Here. Time with family. Same. And I said family downtime, or I'm not really like doing structured things, and sleep. It's very important to me. What about sun? So things that energize you or motivate you. So external things that you do. This could be engaging in creativity. I guess creative things can be sun or rain. It could be working on projects. It could be working just in general. Things that are outward energy. It could be productive stuff, making sure their house is taken care of, that kind of thing. Like I'm going to say having a routines could be one. Keeping up with my schedule. And then we only have one more after this. The last one is soil. This is what grounds you in your support system. So mine is family and friends. And making sure I have a cozy environment. An environment where I don't feel stressed. Okay. So if you want to throw any of those out while we're doing this, go ahead. But I'm going to start our song. Sometimes the rain will drench me, but I know it helps me grow. Sometimes the sun burns my skin, but I know I need it to show. Sometimes the soil feels loose, but I know my roots still hold. The tending can feel heavy, but it also feeds my soul. The rain that feeds me is sleep and family time. The sun that warms me is routine and scheduling my time. The soil that holds me is family, friends, and a nice environment. I grow in my own time. Sometimes the rain will drench me, but I know it helps me grow. Sometimes the sun burns my skin, but I know I need it to show. Sometimes the soil feels loose, but I know my roots still hold. The tending can feel heavy, but it also feeds my soul. And there we go. We touched on all areas of nourishment. So in our next part, we're going to just reflect a little deeper on that. Thank you. We'll reflect on each of those areas in different ways. So how I usually do this is we do 3 prompts for the past month and 3 prompts for the next month. So we'll start with our first prompt, and we're going to reflect just on how it's been in general for you. This is my first prompt. This is always my first prompt. How's the month been for you in general? Like, how have you been feeling? What's the vibe? What's been the June vibe? Is it crazy? Is it boring? Is it fun? I'll just write that down wherever you're journaling. Oh, we're like ahead of schedule. I might end early, actually. I'm like 10 minutes ahead of what I planned. I am not 10 minutes ahead of what I planned. I was looking at the wrong thing. We're actually exactly on time. I'm impressed with myself. I'm impressed. Okay, the next prompt is, what areas of my life have I been neglecting more than I'd like this past month? Oh, I forgot I was going to copy and paste these in the chat. Question 2. That could be like work, friendships, relationships, alone time, fun time, or relaxation time. What have you been neglecting more than you'd like? Also, please put on your own music in the background since I can't play music on YouTube. That's my whole thing is music and I can't play it. So I mean, I could if I tried harder, if I tried to find songs and how to do that. But I encourage you to pick your own music for this. And the last prompt is, what areas of my life have I been tending to and nourishing this month? So, like, what have you been putting focus on and tending to, giving attention to? Whether that's a positive or a negative thing or a neutral thing. Whoa, my screen just went to night mode here. And if you want to share in the chat any of those. Oh, I didn't put that question in the chat. Then go ahead and throw it up there. I would love to see what you wrote, but you do not have to, as always, as per the usual. Let's see. Okay, let me know. What have you been neglecting? What areas of your life have you been neglecting and not nourishing as much? And which areas have you been nourishing a lot? For me, I would say I've been neglecting. Maybe I would like to have more downtime, a little more rest, rejuvenation time. It hasn't been terrible, but just because I've been busy. And I've been nourishing planning. I'm planning a little wedding, which I'm very excited about. But it is a lot of planning. So I've been doing a lot of future planning. What about y'all? And if nobody wants to share anything, I will go to the next part. Kara, neglecting work in favor of my mama being here. That is understandable. And also, I'm very happy you're here. I've been radically relaxing and reconnecting with myself and my hobbies and passions this month. It's been amazing. That is great. And as you should, take advantage of your summer. I love that. Nourishing growth in my relationship. Oh. Me too. Yeah, that's true. There's been a lot of relationship nourishment. Off work, but intentionally neglecting it. You're making the choice to neglect. Sometimes we need to do that. Yay. Yeah, so I guess mine is planning and nourishing relationships and friendships and romantic relationship and neglecting downtime, chill time. Delinquent. Okay, so the next 3 prompts are for the coming month. And while I'm thinking of this, can we take a poll real quick? I've been naming the candlelight live streams the month before. Like this one's called June candlelight live stream, but I feel like I should call it July candlelight live stream, even though we're reflecting on the past month and the upcoming month. But for some reason, that just feels like I should be doing that. But maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. What do you guys think? I need help deciding. Should I call it June candlelight live stream or July? Or maybe June, July. Should I put both months in there? That just seems excessive. I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of why I decided to call it June, because we're still in June. I guess that makes sense. But it's like over too, so I don't know. I'll keep it at that for now. Okay, next prompt. This one is a little bit longer. Maybe it's more a recap of our month and a meeting for the next month. Recap of our month and a meeting for the next month. Yes. That is what it is, but I don't know what to call it. Like if I should call it the June candlelight live stream or the July, if I'm understanding you correctly. Okay. True. Just monthly something, monthly candlelight, and just have the same name every month. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in my files and think more about that, because I don't know what I like better. You sit on that. And also, while everyone's here and I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna be live again in 12 hours on Instagram, because I'm doing my Monday tune-in mornings at 9 a.m., which is 6 a.m. for some people, Kara, so I do not expect 6 a.m. people to be there, but month end. I'll make it a cute corporate meeting. Yeah, we'll feel like we're at work on a Sunday. Uh-oh. Yo-im. Let's circle back. These are just slowly going to become like professional corporate meetings. So let's circle back to our journal prompts. If everyone has their journals and everyone has their notes, I'm just going to piggyback off of what Kara was saying. I hate that. I hate it a lot. Okay, anyways, circling back for reals. July. Why did I write June? July journal prompts. So this one's kind of longer. If we're going to go through each element that we just talked about. If rain is rest, quiet time, and emotional processing, sun is doing, energy, motivation, and action, and soil is safety, roots, support system, and environment, which, what, I can't think about a word this. What is each one for you? So we kind of already did this in the song, but like I want you to reflect more on it. So I'm going to put this in the chat because that was a little bit convoluted. Make this sound better. Environment. Each one, identify what each one looks like for you. How have they been recently? Okay, I know this is kind of a convoluted question, but we're going to try our best. How has each area been recently? And what would each look like in your own life? So you can kind of do like 3 categories on this prompt if you want: sun, rain, soil. And just talk about it. What does each category look like? What represents that for you in your personal life? Also, not to interrupt, but let me know what you're sipping on and let me know what you're listening to, because you better be doing those things. Because it's not a real candlelight live stream if you're not sipping on a good drink and you're not listening to music. You fail the live stream if you're not doing that. That absolutely counts. Mochi is a yummy, cozy food. Coffee and Purple Cat. I could have told you that, but that's what you were drinking and that's what you're listening to. What else? What else would it be? The most Antonio answer. Okay, I know this one was a little longer, but I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you're not done, you can just catch up. Second prompt. What areas of my life do I want to nourish the most this coming month, or nourish more this coming month? Yum. That sounds good. Iced chai. Hello? Why is this? Copy. Paste. What areas of my life do I want to nourish the most this coming month? So you can use your first prompt for reference. What feels like the most important coming up? And obviously that can change. We're just thinking about what you know of the month coming up right now, and how you're feeling right now. And the last prompt is, Create a mantra based on the theme of nourish. What about this theme will be important for you to remember moving forward this month? I try to always do a mantra one. I think it's a good way to take something into the month to keep in your brain. And then as everyone's finishing, if you guys want to throw any up there that you want to share with any of those responses, what each area looks like for you and how they've been, what areas you want to nourish and focus on this coming month, and what's your mantra. Staying inside with my best friend on a cozy Sunday, allowing myself to simply be without any pressure. I love that. Am I your best friend? Or are you talking about Bean? I agree with that one. And how appropriate that it was raining today. What a metaphor. Candlelight, June reflections, and July intentions. Oh. I like that. I might use that because I wanted to put more info in the description or the title too, so people knew what the heck we were doing. Yeah, I like that. I agree. That's what rain looks like for me too. Today was very rejuvenating. Oh, darn it. What was I going to say? Oh, my mantra. I was going to share my mantra. My mantra is I'm allowed to receive what I need. So that depends on maybe I'm in a season of sun, maybe I'm in a season of rain, maybe I'm in a season where I need to toil the soil, and all of them are okay. I've been getting lots of relaxation and activity with dancing and chilling with my plants and my porch swing. My emotional processing is a bit sporadic. So you've had a lot of relaxation and hobby time, but maybe not as much emotional processing consistency. I feel that. Anyone else want to share? We have plenty of time. I just have one visualization thing left and then we're done. What's your mantra? I always love hearing your mantras for the month. More deeper friendship chats, and also connect with my community more over shared values and social issues. Love it. So more connection and community. Nurture soil. Oops, sorry if that was loud. Nurture the soil. Okay. Moving along. I should probably be writing things down with you so I can know if I'm like going too fast or too slow. Please let me know. Am I giving enough time? Am I giving too much time? between prompts. Okay, so I have a little visualization that we can end with, and it kind of just puts everything together. It encompasses everything we've talked about. So that's how can we integrate all of this into our coming month? So if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. You can keep playing the music you're playing. You can pick something new. Whatever makes you feel relaxed. Mantra, I'm a giant plant and nourishment does not have to be complicated. Oh, I love that. Aren't we all just giant plants walking around? But I really like nourishment doesn't have to be complicated, because I do be making things complicated. I think I over intellectualize things that don't need to be thought that much about. Like, am I resting enough? I rested for 5.5 hours today, so that means I can do stuff for 5.5 hours tomorrow. It don't gotta be like that. You just gotta tune into yourself. Check in. What do you need? All right, let's do our visualization, y'all. So in this, I'm excited about this because we're going to go through each element, as we'll call it, and just do one last little reflection and just close everything out. Hopefully, you'll get all the words are not coming to me today. All the closure from everything we've talked about. So we'll close our eyes, put on some music if you want, and we'll start with a few deep breaths. So breathing in and out, and in, out. In one more time, and out. Feel the weight of your body where you are. Feel how steady and calm everything is around you. And imagine you're standing in your own personal garden. What would your ideal garden look like? This is your space. You can make it look however you want. And this is where all your growth is happening exactly as it should. All around you are the plants, flowers, and seeds that represent the things you're tending in your life. So all the areas we've talked about, your self-care, maybe goals, relationships, and work, relaxation. Every plant represents a different thing to nurture, different part of our life. Some are growing tall. Some are just starting to sprout. Some haven't even come up yet. Some are shedding leaves. And all of it is just how it's supposed to be. Now imagine that the sun comes out and starts shining gently all across your garden. The sun is a part of life that brings movement, energy, joy. The things that light you up give action. Take a moment to picture your sun. Which plants and parts of your life feel like sunlight? Tune into that feeling. What people, what moments, what experiences and places feel like they give you energy and motivation? Let that soak in for a few breaths. And imagine it moving through your body and your garden, giving you energy and support. in the ways you need. Now imagine it starts to get a little cloudy and you start to feel a little drizzle. A soft rain starts to fall. It's gentle, it's soothing, and it's exactly what your plants need right now. This rain is your rest and your internal experience and your quiet and your emotions. So take a moment to picture your rain. Which plants need this the most right now? And how does it feel when it's raining? Do you feel calm, cozy? And sometimes it even feels uncomfortable. Sometimes we don't want to be wet, like when we're working through difficult emotions. And what helps you slow down and process things? Imagine the rain falling over you, falling over your garden, bringing exactly what you need, exactly at the right moment. Now imagine the rain lets up and you notice the soil. It's watered, it's warm from the sun, and the soil is what holds you. It's your support system, it's what's keeping you grounded. So take a moment to picture your soil and notice what comes up when you think of support, groundedness, steadiness. What values, what relationships, what practices are kind of like a foundation for you? Feel your roots from the bottom of your feet settling into the soil. Imagine all your plants are settled into the soil. And remember that no matter what stage of life each plant is in, there's no right or wrong. And feel the steadiness of being grounded and held on the earth. The sun, the rain, and the soil, these are all what nourish you and all the things in your life that are important to you. So reflect right now on what you need the most. And it could be something we've talked about already or something new that comes up for you. Do you need sun, energy, and motivation? Do you need soil, community, grounding, and support? Or do you need rain, reflection, and emotional release or processing? And let's take whatever that is for you. Imagine it washing over you. If it's sun, imagine it warming your skin. If it's rain, imagine it pouring down on you. If it's soil, imagine your feet touching the soil, rooting into them. And imagine it arriving. What does it feel like when it arrives? And we'll take a deep breath together as we imagine that. And remember that you're allowed to grow in your own time. You're allowed to receive what you need. You're allowed to keep tending and not rush. And when you're ready, bring yourself slowly back to the room. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the life that you're tending to and growing, and know that you can check in the space anytime you need. Come back to your garden, and you can tend to your flowers, you can tend to your plants. You can always recognize what you need in the moment. And that's my visualization. It was a little longer than usual, but I was excited about that one. Because I think it's really important. It's a way of checking in on like what stage we're in and being okay with it. So, before we go, a few updates and announcements. Next month live stream is Sunday, July 27th, 9 p.m. And I'm going to be married next time I do a live stream, so that's real exciting. And tomorrow morning, to that boy right there, Antonio. Tomorrow morning, I'm doing my Monday tune-in thing at 9 a.m. Instagram looks like they are allowing me to go live. I don't know why that was a thing last week. I couldn't go live. But tomorrow, I should be able to. And I'm going to throw some ideas, things that I've been stewing on. I think I want to start in a group based on the book, The Artist's Way, and do maybe like a donation-based group where we can work through that book together. So if you're interested or you know of anyone that might want to do that, let me know. If you haven't heard of it, it's like a weekly, you have weekly activities, and it helps you get in touch with your creativity and, artsy stuff. I actually haven't read it, but I kind of want to do it along with the group. So, thinking of that. And yeah, keep updated by subscribing to me on YouTube. Join my Discord, my Vibe and Thrive circle, which is through Discord. The link is in all my videos and in the description of this video. And follow me on Instagram, Uku-Lela Therapy. Thank y'all for being here and supporting. And I hope that this was a rejuvenating hour for you. And I will see you in July. Have a good month. Bye.